before you proceed any matter, you're supposed to table your evidence. So we're not going to admit this because it's not part of the documents you have tabled for this particular case. Are we concurrent? Yes, Honorable Malo.
The chief officer is saying that he has documents, but at the same time, there are no documents. So, in any normal practice, Chair, we can't be handed over documents just like that, and you expect us to interact. In any normal interactions, Chair, that has never happened. And maybe you check, because the documents that you have facilitated us with is answering that query on emergency fund, dated 30th January 2026. That is the date it was received at the county assembly. The one that the chief officer is saying that he has submitted, when was it received? Maybe you just check from the other side, Chair. When was it received?
Which one?
The one we have was received on 30th January on emergency fund.
Yes, I have this one on 30th January.
And then the other?
It's also 30th January 2026.
But why is it not in our disposal?
It has not been tabled by the ODT.
Then,
as I'm saying, we proceed with what we have that has been tabled as evidence. If there be any other information, it's still outside what we're discussing. We have two documents that the ODT confirmed that's presented for the purpose of this audit query or audit report. So we proceed with that evidence provided to us. Are we together?
the other file that has been submitted, was it also received in the office of the Auditor General? This one was received on 29 January.
Office of the Auditor General, have you received this report for the responses to the audit certificates of the Office of the Auditor General of Busia on the emergency fund? What we have here, Office of the Auditor General, is dated 29 January 2026. There's a stamp here, there's a document here. I don't know if you have both received the same. I'm also getting, I don't know, I think we need to get this very right. What is indicated in this document forwarded to the office of the clerk? Which the clerk will go today. If you go to Appendix 2, Appendix 2 is having a date here. Office of the Auditor General, dated 25th September 2025. So which is which? Because if the front page is talking about 30th January 2026, then also the Auditor General is talking about 29 January 2026, but inside we have a report here that is talking about 25th September 2025. So which is which? It's like you plug another report to put here as a response. I'm just reading what is in this document that you give, Annex Appendix 2. So you're having two appendices. One is talking about 25th September 2025. Then we have this one here that is dated 30th January 2026. Members, I think I will have to give direction, if you so permit, that we proceed with this matter with the evidence that we provide to us, as the LDT has been able to table. Those are two documents. The main response to this and the appendix 2. We proceed with that one. Office of the Auditor General, we proceed what we given to us. Members, we see concurrence. Okay. So, prior matters, which is the audit query number 3, you can refer to Appendix 2. Appendix 2 of that report is having audit queries that emanated from the report of the Auditor General or the Emergency Fund. Oh. You don't have Appendix 2? This one? How many copies did you have? You only produce one copy for this. Are you trying to keep this matter by bringing confusion? It will not die. We will see prosecute with even if you have one copy. Where are the copies? The chief officer is unknown to produce 13 copies, 15 copies a year. It can be that you only have one copy. Remember, do you have any extra copy? Appendix 2. Chief officer, what's the problem?
I'm sorry, Chair. I had given to one of our officers to do 13 copies. Unfortunately, he encountered some challenges and he was only able to produce 2 copies.
I know that Chika is a very senior person. He's been to use audit committees, including the Senate. The tradition has been one. I didn't expect this out of you, because you know what happens. Members, you have convention, honorable convention?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. You see, Chair, from what is happening, it's going to be very difficult, Chair, for members to follow up or to go on with the proceedings without documents, Chair. You see, a whole committee of more than 13 members using one copy. And what you are looking at is a very serious matter, Chair. So I think less copies are provided, Chair, we can't proceed like this. Thank you.
I think maybe to answer what Honorable has mentioned, we have been given documents here that were tabled. These are documents to answer these queries by the ODT. The only thing we are getting is that there are not sufficient copies for this Annex 2. Yes. Yeah? Which is basically a report of the Auditor General for emergency fund for the year ended 30th June 2024. A report this committee has already looked at. So what is forming the prior matters to this audit report of 2025? Honorable Omalo. Proceed.
We are scrutinizing equally what has been submitted from the department.
So, if we had scrutinized what the auditor has submitted, have you also equally scrutinized what was submitted from the offsite charge? Because if you have one copy, we cannot stand up and come there and start reading the report now just to verify whatever has been submitted. And you know, Chair, our practice here is that we read word by word, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, before we interrogate and interact with the officer. So we can't be subjected to that now. And you know, we don't want just for the sake of passing time. We must ensure that all is sorted, and if there is anything, things must be understood. So if the chief officer said he submitted only one copy, and up to now members don't have those copies, so which business can we have? We have to reschedule this until when members have understood what has been submitted, as it is our norm here. So, basically, I want to second what Honorable Benja's raised. Yeah, thanks, Chair.
Office of the Auditor General.
Chair, we start later.
I know only the daily figures, so the rest can as few as the figure that can be written down. I'm going to view Chief Officer, then I'll bring a ruling. What is your take?
Chair, I think we had prepared documents for the current financial, for the immediate previous financial year, and then the two other documents we just wanted to prove to the committee that we had responded. We had sent our response both to our external auditor and to the bank committee, and procedurally we normally wait until they do the recommendation now to the executive for us to be able to know where they were satisfied with our responses or cases where they were unsatisfied with cases to determine now issues that have been resolved or not. And that's what we were saying. We were still now waiting for the response from the committee. Otherwise, this document was shared with the committee in February 2025. Appendix 2, the one we are calling Appendix 2. Unfortunately, I think I would also want to take it to be, it was an ambition on our side. When we were printing those documents, our accountant has just confirmed to me that he encountered some challenges in printing, and therefore by the time we were rushing here, he had only printed 2 copies to be attached as Appendix 2. So with the guidance of the committee, we can be able to produce more records so that we continue with the matter if we allow time, Chair.
I was saying that it's unfortunate that the copy when you presented to Office of the Auditor General, dated 30 January 2026, you didn't have it with you as part of the documents you're supposed to submit this committee. Then you also failed to put enough copies for the members so that they're able to properly look at the responses for the purpose of giving informed decision. And from the view of the members, that are not able to proceed with this particular matter on the ground that you also have admitted. But also, quite unfortunately, to prepare and make the submissions. We are not taking this lightly as a committee because we are not just here doing hide and seek here. These are monies for the public. We are supposed to do oversight. We even supposed to shed light on areas there has been no clear information. But unfortunately, in the beginning, with this bombardment of the document that trying to confuse the committee, I think we don't use our trap as members of the committee. We are going to reschedule a date for the appearance, a cost of which shall be borne by the department. Because this time we're using here, we're using public resources. And because of the division, we take that we're going to schedule your appearance to the committee, and I'm going to direct when these documents are supposed to be received, you go to the clerk, so that you'll be able to make our observations and recommendations from point of objective. I think I want to direct that the documents, as required for the purpose of the query, be submitted to the office of the clerk and for the clerk of the committee, equally with the office of the general, on Thursday, 5th, 2026. In preparing for appearance before the committee, next week, Wednesdays, 11th, February 2026, we are going to do official communication to that effect. Kindly comply with the guidance we are able to give. So we're going to give that communication as well as conference.